your head if you would think about like songs like Fade to Black and For Whom the Bell Tolls, and etc.
Cool.
But definitely one that I think even back in the day they used to open their shows with it. So
good picks. Everybody's got good picks. What do you got, Lily?
Next on my list is from an album we talked about 2 weeks ago. It's Don't Get Mad, Get Even by Aerosmith on Pump. Like I said, we just discussed it. Filled with huge hits. This was not one of the hits. Completely overlooked. It's sort of bluesy, which is what Aerosmith's roots is in, is the blues. It's like coming out at a time when Motley Crue and Poison were trying to like be the big bad boys that year, and Aerosmith actually wins the crown of best quote-unquote heavy metal album of the year. It's often overlooked because of the other hits on the album, like Young Lust, Love in an Elevator, The Other Side. I love when Tyler starts it out with his like slow, soft crooning and then goes into the hard rock mode. Most straightforward lyrics of all time, just about getting even with your enemy. Joe, and I'm going to swear, get ready for it. Joe Perry states that this is one of the songs he relates to the most because it's about getting fucked and how to deal.
That's right. Sometimes it's all you can do is get fucked and learn how to deal with it. Like I did at my urologist appointment.
There it is.
You should write that new hit song, Get F and Know How to Deal with a Bummer Urologist.
In love with a rubber glove.
He's going to be alone in his principles on that one.
If you're looking at any new top 10 single material, that's the topic to write about.
The Black Crowes like came on the scene with this, swaggering, Stonesy based sound with Shake Your Moneymaker. And a year or so later, they really kind of expanded their sound and added awesome background vocals, Hammond B3 organ, horn section, and released an album that is one of my favorite rock albums of all time, Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. It's a great record, and everybody knows Remedy and all the all the big hits off of that. But there's a really cool tune on there called Hotel Illness, and this is just about, it's about it's about it's about illness. It's about being sick from, having too much fun.
The herp.
So it's a great tune. There's really not much more I can say about it.
I think that the Black Crowes, to stick with that topic for 1 second, I think Black Crowes, all their albums are like that. I swear that the hit songs are that for a reason. I don't know who was pulling the strings at the time, but there's a lot of tunes. Like, are you going to tell me that even though it's a cover tune of the Otis Redding song, but I mean they're most known for a cover song. That's the weird thing about them. But they were the American Rolling Stones and still are, and basically a great bluesy rock and roll band. But I've noticed that every album I've ever heard by them is the songs that are kind of the filler songs are better than the damn hit songs off the record. I just don't know who makes the decisions on that. But I guess it's the commercial ability there, So.
Yeah,
but I think that that is a great album. Yeah. But I mean, it's their first three records were, I thought, incredible.
Yeah, absolutely cool stuff. So check it out if you haven't heard that album in a while. Check out Hotel Illness. Remember, just super easy to stream them. You can YouTube, whatever. Who's next? Keith.
Okay, what do I got now? I'm gonna go to Tool's first studio album, not the EP, but Undertow. It was known for "Sober" was the big song that probably launched their careers as more, a radio-friendly band. But their music mostly isn't that radio-friendly, and it's dark, it's heavy, it's got the crazy, well thought out, crazy, sometimes ridiculous lyrics of Man. But there's a couple songs on that album besides "Sober" that are actually great songs, like "Bottom" and "Swamp Song." So if I can double up on those ones, those two just stand out to me as killer tracks that are probably just not going to be ever as up there in the ranks of the popular Tool songs. But those are just two tracks off that album that I think are really, really good, and a guest appearance by Henry Rollins, the legend, on the song "Bottom," where he comes in and does a little dialogue for you.
Hey, what can you say, man? You bring Henry Rollins on, it's got to be all right.
You know what I mean? So
I know what you mean.
That's two from Undertow. So two from the toe.
All right, Lily, we got a little time. Go, what do you got?
This one might seem incorrect, but super true. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles on Abbey Road. Never became a radio staple until the days of satellite and Spotify. It's now one of the most streamed songs of all time at over 350 million streams. They issued a double A-side from the Abbey Road album with Come Together and Something, but George Harrison's song, which is one of my favorite Beatles songs, was strictly for LP people. This one, it's just a happy song. It makes me feel like summer's gonna be here soon, and it's warm sounding and just very beautiful. And there's some history behind it because he wrote it at Eric Clapton's country home, which was one of his best friends at the time. And the lyrics reflect his relief at the arrival of spring and the temporary respite that he was experiencing from the band's business affairs. So there was some bad blood within the band, and he was hoping to overcome that with this happy song.
Okay. Good pick. I was not aware. There's a website. I want to call some of your attention on Best Life Online, songs that never charted top 40. There's a lot of songs like that we all know, but never were on the top 40. Songs like we talked about Highway to songs like the song Highway to Hell.
It's
was
crazy.
Not a hit. Was not a hit, but everybody knows it. Changes by David Bowie. Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash. Tiny Dancer by Elton John. This song everybody knows and loves. There's been so many covers of this song. Jolene by Dolly Parton. That had to be a top 10 hit or something, right? Nope. That peaked around number 60.
Wow, that's crazy.
This song is one of these songs that, like Jolene. Here's the one I want to talk about. It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls. Everybody knows it, right?
I know that one.
In a disco, everybody sings right along. It was not a big radio hit. So just one of those things that kind of things that make you go,
Like, who said that was okay?
I'm gonna throw one out real quick. I'm gonna go to The Boss. We haven't talked about The Boss. Born in the USA, chocked full of hits, just crazy, right? Big hits. But this song there's a haunting track on there called "Downbound Train." Just this very haunting, beautiful. It's kind of rocking a little bit in a kind of depressing kind of way. But a very haunting track called "Downbound Train," and you should listen to it if you've never listened to it. Not a big hit, not one of the up rah 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 kind of songs like "Glory Days" or "Darlington County" or one of those types of songs. Kind of a somber tune, but very, very beautiful and very haunting. "Downbound Train" from Born in the USA by The Boss. What you got, Hawk?
At the very end of the debut album from Rage Against the Machine, there's a song called Freedom. Freedom did have a video made. It's got some Headbanger to Ball airplay, I believe, but I don't think the song was ever a huge success for them. But there's something about this song that just is weird. It's just the last song. Like I said, I think it's the last track on the album, and it's the most pissed off, angry piece of music I've heard. And at the time, I was like, they might not be the heaviest band out there, and they're pretty groovy, they're funky, and it's like a cool, different sound at the time. But it's like that song is so pissed off. It was just going to just burst out of the speakers, and that's just a song that kind of just you remember, even if it's not up there. But I've heard that "Killing in the Name of" is always on the radio, and even "Bomb Track" to a percentage I've heard at least on some alternative radio stations. But "Freedom" probably don't get the credit it deserves. And if you're really, really in a pissed off mood one day, listen to that tune. It'll take you right over the top, man. That is an angry dude talking at that point, and the music just it's a perfect pairing. It's like wine and cheese. His angry ass lyrics with those riffs and that anger. Yeah, that's and it even says in the song, "Anger is a gift." I don't know if I agree, but it's a good song.
All right, cool pick. What do you got, Lily? We got time for us to go around the room with a couple more, and then we're gonna move on.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about "Rocket Queen" from Guns N' Roses' "Appetite for Destruction." We all know the popular songs are Sweet Child of Mine, Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, Night Train. This is not one of the ones that have ever gotten any radio play. I can imagine why it hasn't, because there's a lot of sex things going on in the song.
Sex things.
Like the moaning.
Lily, now, wait a minute.
Oh, boy.
We can't have sex things on the podcast.
We can,
Okay.
actually. But because Adriana Smith, who was the groupie doing the dirty with Axl Rose in the recording booth,
Oh, my.
doing all her moans and having an orgasm on the album, that's probably why it never made it to the radio. But it's supposedly about this woman named Barbie, who was
Of course.
who was the rocket queen that Axl Rose was in love with, and she was a madam. She had this reputation in Hollywood, and I guess everybody slept with her. And I guess a couple other people wrote songs about her, but this is the one that's about her. And Adriana Smith was the one who provided the moaning and orgasm in the song. So
You can never, ever just, give enough credit to a girl to play as a team player like that. Like,
I
anything
know.
you need for the
She
team,
did it for
they
the
play
band.
right along, no matter what you need.
It's all about the art.
In the biography, or in the thing I saw on TV, she says, I did it for the band. I'm like, there you go.
That's what I like to do. Man, woman, put that team first and go with it.
I guess
I would have said the same thing about It's So Easy. It's probably a song that you don't really think of. It's not up there with these, Sweet Child of Mines of the world. But it's, it's what is it, the second track on the album?
But it's trying to please me.
And it's
me.
just a really
catchy,
good
it's
rocking
good
song,
yeah,
man.
It's good rock tune.
It definitely has it uses a different vocal style, a little deeper on that one. So it's kind of that's a song that I think that, it's tough to pick on that album too, because everything's so good on the record. But that's one that I think probably doesn't get enough.
None of us, and I'm not going to mention one because I forgot. None of us mentioned any Van Halen songs, and there's tons
I didn't
of their stuff
write
that's
any Van Halen.
very cool. that not really, radio that never really weren't. Maybe like I said, on a classic tracks weekend,
Maybe like a deep cut.
Yeah,
I put on it'd be like Top Jimmy or something.
Yeah, Top Jimmy, little guitars. There's tons of just like real gems just tucked away on their albums. But
I don't think I'm the one. We discussed that before. That's my favorite Van Halen
Yeah.
song. I don't think it was a huge hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that's like Van Halen to me. If anybody was new to Van Halen, never heard him before, I'm like, here, check this shit out.
Yeah, good idea, good one. I'm going to throw out real quick that everybody knows this album for. This is the song that really got U2 like on the pop charts, and that was Pride in the Name of Love, right? And everybody's tired. I know Keith's like going like, I can't believe you're talking about this. But
no, but I know if you're gonna go to the one album I think that you're going to, you're probably gonna pick the same one I did.
Well,
so
now I'm going to pick a song on this album, and that is the title track, which is, again, like the Springsteen song I mentioned before, is this beautiful, haunting song with killer guitar and keyboard work by Edge. Beautiful vocals, really kind of just like a haunting, driving track. It's called The Unforgettable Fire. I could not tell you what the song is about. I half the time don't know what the hell Bono is singing about. I don't think he does either. But it's a really cool tune. Have you ever heard it, Keith? It's a really cool tune.
Yes, I was going to another album, but yeah, it's kind of hard to.
So I'm going to throw The Unforgettable Fire by U2 from The Unforgettable Fire. Go ahead, Keith.
That's we'll just go to the Joshua Tree then, and it's tons of hit songs on that record, but I think that Bullet to Blue Sky doesn't get as much. I know they played it live a lot, but it's not like a radio staple for them, and I barely hear it at all. But it is a song that I think has it's a rare song for you too, because it features like a really driving bass line. It's got that. He does that a lot of that simple playing, but it's like almost he's out front in that tune. It's just bass and drums most of the song.
Okay,
and there's some cool.
I have a theory about that song. Keith, come back.
Oh no,
what happened?
Hold on a minute. I fell.
Okay, I have a theory about that song. I think that song is a kind of like post-grunge song that came out in the 80s. Now, hear me out. It reminds me a little bit of Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter, or one of those type of songs. I think if that song would have came out like in 93, 94, I think it would have been massive. I think it would have been just like inescapable song. Just a little bit before ahead of time. The Joshua Tree second side with Red Hill Mining Town, Trip Through Your Wires, all these, they're amazing songs, never made the radio, but they're killer. I'm very familiar with that album, dude. I bought that. I had that my senior year in high school. I came home from school every day and played that album over and over.
No, I mean that's an album. It's a great album from start to finish. But you do get a lot of like those radio play songs. But I think that song is kind of a heavier driving tune for them.
It's a great song.
It's kind of funny they didn't try to. I mean, just to give it a little bit more versatility. I mean, there's just it's great. Isn't Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses on that album? Or that's not it's not one of them things.
Not on that album. No.
That's a great song too. That's probably another one that.
But good picks. Good pick, Keith. Good pick. All right. We each do you. That was Keith's last one. This is Lily's last one.
Okay. Black Juju, Alice Cooper, on the album Love It to Death. It's a 9-minute song that I think it's overlooked a lot. Great song. It's long, dark, and terrifying, in my opinion.
That's how you like it, isn't it?
That's
long, dark, and terrifying.
as most Alice's music is.
There's this really cool organ part that's derived from Pink Floyd's Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun. And the band named the song after a stray dog. So, just a cool song. Little lengthy for some people. It is 9 minutes, but just give it a try. I think you'll like it.
My last one, real quick, is from an album Keith already mentioned. Bad Motorfinger, Soundgarden, Room 1,000 Years Wide. Again, it's I must be in a haunting kind of mood because it's another one of these songs that's like kind of drony and haunting and stuff. Beautiful melody. Check it out. Cool stuff, guys. Good picks. Does the audience have any
Beth, The Warning by Queensryche, Deliverance and Road to Madness. That's one of her favorite albums. Cool. So good pick. And that looks like that is the only other suggestion on here. But people are talking. That was when we couldn't hear Marty.
I'm sorry, Marty.
Marty said rain check though for next time.
Okay, brother. We'll get it figured out. We'll get you on again. This was a lot of fun today, guys.
And happy birthday to Eddie Van Halen today.
What?
So says Chris Thunderwolf.
Okay, well, Chris Thunderwolf Dodson, if he says it, that
it must
I
be
believe
true.
it, that settles it. His word is the word of
Two
the
things
wolf.
to tell the truth in the world: Chris Dodson and the internet.
And there it is.
You can pick one.
Hey, Keith, on this day in 1965, another Keith was touring Australia and New Zealand and had his shirt torn off after 50 fans invaded the stage during the gig at a town hall in Brisbane. What Keith was that?
Moon?
The one that's going to live forever.
The one that's going to live forever.
Keith Richards. Yeah, that's I thought maybe they were attacking Moon the Loon behind the drums or something.
I mean, legit.
On this day in 1968, okay, I'll see if you can get. We'll see. We'll stump the Keith. No,
Okay.
It's not fair. We're just kidding. We're just having fun. Don't, not intentional. Okay, this band played
Give it
their
a
first
shot,
gig
man.
without. This band, okay, I'll make it easy. This band played their first gig on this day in 1968 without their singer Syd Barrett. Who was it?
Pink Floyd?
Yes. Supported by the band Tyrannosaurus Rex, which shortened its name later to T-Rex.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, who sang the song You're 16? Got a hit with it in 1974 in his day.
You're 16?
You're 16. I'll give you a hint. It's a drummer. How many singing drummers do you know that put out hits in the 70s?
Karen Carpenter?
You know what? You had to pick the Ringo Starr.
A male.
But that's a good. Okay, all right. That's a good one. I forgot about Karen Carpenter, but that was good. You're thinking too much.
That's
You're
from
16 and you're mine. Remember the song?
So
I
who's
know that song.
singing drummers that are hits in the 70s? I mean,
Ringo
there's a
Starr,
lot.
definitely.
Ringo,
Yeah,
okay.
hell yeah, dude. It had big hits in the 70s. The 70s was Ringo's era, man. He ruled. All I've got is a photograph.
Yeah,
oh, no, I don't smoke it. No, he had one after the other.
But I much rather just hear him play drums instead of singing, to be honest with you.
But he's got such a beautiful voice.
I know him and that.
He was not the greatest singer in the Beatles. That is for sure. They knew that. They
Nah,
loved him.
hell no. I don't think that's not what he got hired for. I wouldn't think.
Well, they talked about how they would pick. So they wanted him to sing because they recognized that his voice had a certain character to it, but they had to pick stuff that he could pull up.
It was more the kitschy kind of
so that's what
goofy stuff.
Yeah. They had him sing sort of, fun kind of songs. On this day in 1977, former Fleetwood Mac guitarist Peter Green was committed to a mental hospital following an incident when he threatened his accountant, Clifford Adams, with an air rifle when he was trying to deliver 30,000 pounds royalty check to him.
Wow.
Get away from me with that royalty check.
Who wants that kind of stuff?
Wow.
Keep that money away from me, boy.
Oh, man. If it wasn't bad enough that, what 3 of the Skinner folks died in the crash? Was it 3? 4.
I don't remember how many.
But in 1986, Alan Collins goes and crashes his car, paralyzing himself from the waist down and killing his girlfriend, Deborah Jean Watts. Collins had survived a plane crash in 1977 that killed 2 other band members. So,
they have a lot of bad luck.
Yeah, man. That's why they're on Fox News talking about Jesus and stuff now.
Right.
Are they really? Who? Which member? Rossington's only one left, right?
No, they're tight. Well, they're doing the rah-rah, good old boy country kind of. They're appealing to that crowd. You know what I mean? I mean, all the people that like modern country, they like Skinner too. I mean, essentially, those people stole Skinner's gig. That's essentially what they did, called it country music. On this day in 1991, Queen had their second UK #1 with Innuendo. It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds. It exceeded their epic Bohemian Rhapsody by 35 seconds. So if any band can do it,
Queen can.
Queen can do it. Queen did it.
That Freddie Mercury.
2003, Billy Joel was airlifted to hospital after his car smashed into a tree. The singer lost control of his Mercedes and skidded for 100 yards before crash. Wow, that's a long skid. The accident happened in the Hamptons, New York.
Well, that's a nice stretch of road, though, unless it was packed going to the beach.
In 2004, John Lydon, better known as Johnny Rotten, was one of 10 contestants to take part in the latest I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here UK TV show. Set in the Australian outback, the former Sex Pistols singer was seen by 11 million viewers on his first night, covered in birdseed, being pecked by giant ostriches.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
He was paid £25,000 to appear on the show, but walked off the jungle set after 4 days.
I mean, I wouldn't last a day, let's be real.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here we got some birthdays. And Eddie Van Halen
That's one
is one.
crazy bastard.
I don't know. There's something about him I like. I mean, he isn't
Oh,
necessarily.
he's funny. He's a funny guy. After every interview, it's just cusses and just asks. He always sometimes he tries to interview the actual interviewer. He does the old switcheroo on him, and he just start asking him questions.
Are you hey Keith? Are you she's just kind of an Americana alternative country artist. Are you familiar with Lucinda Williams?
Yeah.
That's her birthday today.
That's good. She's still going, I'm sure.
Yeah. And she has this. If you guys have never heard the album, Car Wheels on a Gravel Road, it's a masterpiece. All killer, no filler. Great in that sort of alt country Americana. Thank you, Chris Thunderwolf Dodson. It is Eddie Van Halen's birthday, 1955. Dutch guitarist with Van Halen. He was the Dutch guitarist in Van Halen.
Yeah, I don't like trying to pronounce his last name for real.
Van Halen. Okay. Who else had it? Anita Baker, born this day in 1958. Great soul singer, right?
Yep.
80s rhythm and blues artist. Tom Kiefer, vocalist and guitarist from the band Cinderella, was born this day. Andrew Wrigley.
Oh, he's my mom's
Andrew Ridgely.
It's Ridgely.
One half of Wham.
He was the other guy in Wham.
He was the other guy. The other Whammer.
The other guy. Most commonly known as.
He lives.
You know that band with George Michael and that other dude? Well, that's what a lot of times what you get.
Check this out. He lives with his girlfriend, Karen Woodward, of the pop group Bananarama.
Oh, I didn't even know.
They still, that's been like from I think you're reading the old 80s news.
Susanna Melvoin, American vocalist, songwriter, worked with Prince, Roger Waters, Eric Clapton, Mike Oldfield is a songwriter, has co-written songs performed by Madonna, Eric Clapton, and Prince. Happy birthday, 1964. So, all good stuff, guys. So, Keith.
Yeah.
Random. What's up? Anything good? Anything you want to add before we wrap up for today?
I'm gonna play a gig February 19th.
Woohoo!
Are you
Let's
now?
hope. Let's hope. I got a new thing happening. It's actually like a 4-piece little funk band, and it's mostly original stuff right now. And there's going to be some mashups, I guess we'll call it, extended later. That's just more like extended jams with songs you might actually know popped into an already existing riff. Yeah, there's a lot of sometimes a little too much excessive jamming going on, which is not my thing. But we'll see where it goes. So far, so good.
Excessive jamming is fine if
I'm dying. My battery is dying.
Is it?
Oh no.
Like my liver, yes.
Okay, dude. Well, anyways, cool. Okay, thanks, bro. A shout out to Jim Vernon, who added today Emerald by Thin Lizzy, Phantom Rider by Tora Tora, Elephant Gun by David Lee Roth, and Get Out of My Yard by Paul Gilbert. Good picks. Thank you, Jim.
It's deep.
Yeah, he was really digging deep. Those are good ones.
I like it. Shit, I never even heard of before. I was like, damn.
It's good stuff. Lily?
If you want me to talk about my show, it's Hot Licks with Lily 6, Thursdays at 6 p.m., rockrageradio.com, or you can download the free app, Rock Rage Radio, to your smartphone. Listen in. I got all new music this week.
And I witnessed a shooting today. There was a guy shot and killed next to my business.
I witnessed one too. Some brothers up the street shot a raccoon in the head.
This wasn't a raccoon. This was a person who was with his fiance and child. It was one baby daddy shooting another baby daddy, is what it was.
Really?
Yeah. So
you have to go to court or what?
You guys get too many baby daddies, they get pissed off, and then
do not collect
them
like
baby
Pokemon.
daddies. You don't want an excessive amount of baby daddies.
It was crazy. I'm not right from it. I'm like.
It's not a homicide or what?
Oh, it is.
Yeah. We're talking straight up dead.
Dude. Yeah, cops everywhere. Oh no, the guy was dead, shot in the head. Boom, on the ground.
Are you going to be a witness to a murder?
I'll send you the picture. I have a picture of it. I'll send it to you. I sent it to you. Right?
Yeah. Kolchak the Night Stalker? What are you taking pictures of dead bodies for?
Yeah.
He said it to me. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on?
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's really crazy. You don't see the body.
I got a whole story to not to I'd say match it, but I don't know if this guy was dead, but that was very gruesome. One time I seen something.
It was, so. And then, I guess the guy left the scene and he drove to Monessen and shot another guy.
And then I heard he was hiding out in Trinity Point.
People love to shoot people. I don't know what it is.
It's thinning the herd.
Yeah. Hasn't COVID done that enough?
No. We're not nearly done with that.
COVID doesn't kill people.
Right? Don't worry. Our new government, God bless them, will get us into another war. So we'll get to thin the herd a little bit more.
He already sent $4 billion to Central America to help them do something.
Yeah, there it goes. Oh, it's coming.
Open up the borders. Let them all come in, Joe. During a pandemic, Joe, let them all come in.
So, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Go to loulombardimusic.com for more great stuff. Get on my mailing list. I send out cool, fun emails every week for everybody. So check it out. You find out about new music and new bands. And we are going to get Marty Qatani back on here soon. We had some technical difficulties tonight. I apologize to him, and we will get that worked out. He's a really cool dude. He's got a cool thing going on. In the meantime, check out his website at martytunes.com. Shout out to Rock Rage Radio. Love you guys. You guys support the show. You get it out to a lot of people. That's where a lot of our listeners come from. We do appreciate that. As well as our friend, one more time, Chris Thunderwolf Dodson at wolfscustoms.online. Go to wolfscustoms.online. Get yourself a custom job. Custom job. Right, Lily?
Yes. I'm going to bring my cowbell right to him.
Keith the Hawk Hawkins, it was great seeing you, my brother.
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
Everybody. Just give me what you're working on for the next time around. And
we'll talk about it in the chat. So, all right, guys, have a great week. We'll catch you all on the next. If I get the thing here, on the next Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Take care, guys.
Take 3.
Just a second. Let me kill Liz first.